Hello everyone, and welcome to my Ask Me Anything video. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone who is kind enough to send in questions. I've got them right here, the questions I received, and I'm looking forward to answering. These will be going out on Saturday in place of my normal weekly blog post. I decided to do this on Saturday instead of the normal Friday since Christmas falls on a Friday this year. After all, I wouldn't want you all arguing with your families and them getting mad at you for tuning in to watch this video rather than spending time with them, because we all know that's what would happen, right? It's okay. I get it. So, without further ado, I'm going to get into these questions. I have 8 of them that people were kind enough to submit on my Instagram stories. So, let's get to it. Question number 1. When is your book coming out? It seems like it's been forever that I've been posting on Instagram and Facebook about this project, but I am pleased to announce that it will be releasing in the spring of 2021. The official release date will be coming very soon. I actually have a whole release sort of promotion schedule I'm putting together right now. But spring of 2021, and it may or may not be in the month of May. So I guess we'll see how that goes, won't we? May or may not, see, you get it? May or may not be in May. Question number 2, what is your book about? So this is the first book of an epic fantasy series. And I've actually made a very lengthy blog post about this series and its overarching storyline, and I'll link that down below in the description if you want to get into more details. But overall, I've always liked the idea of stories about ordinary people put into extraordinary situations, and how do they react to those situations, and what are they willing to give up in the name of doing the right thing. And so that's really sort of the overarching theme of this book and the entire series of books. It's very much an epic fantasy. It's set in a fantastical world. Lots of fantastical creatures, events, magic. I look forward to releasing the blurb very soon, give you more of an idea with that. But if you want more details, for the time being, I will again refer you to the blog post, which I'm linking down below. It's going to give you an idea of the entire saga of 20 plus books that I'm currently developing. Let's get to question number 3. What book or books got you into your genre, which is, as I just said, fantasy? This book got me into the genre, but as you can see, if you can see, it was quite well read over the years. Yeah, this is the Fellowship of the Ring was really the first epic fantasy book that really got me interested in the idea of fantasy. I actually did a blog post about that as well, and I'm going to go ahead and link that down below as well, so make sure to check that out. I like how I keep plugging my blog here. Isn't it nice? I made this to substitute as a blog post, but here I am plugging for you to go look at my blog posts. God, I'm a jerk. But yeah, the Fellowship of the Ring, and obviously subsequently the Two Towers and the Return of the King, obviously really sparked my interest in the epic fantasy genre, and I went on from there to reading Terry Brooks, R.A. Salvatore, who else have I got on the shelf? George Martin, Christopher Paolini, Brent Weeks, Tad Williams. Pretty much, if you can name the fantasy author, I've probably read at least something of them. But it all started right there. That was the first one. So, that's the answer to that one. Question number 4. One piece of writing advice that you think would be helpful to a beginner, someone that's just starting out. It's kind of funny because I sort of still see myself as a beginner, but I've learned a lot through trial and error, and the one piece of advice that I would give is do not edit as you write. Don't do it. You will lead yourself down a long road of misery and pain. Honestly, I feel your best option and what works best for me is to write at least the entire first draft before going back and editing. Now, it's one thing if you spot an obvious typo or something like that from the work you did the day before. But say you write chapter 2 of your novel, and the next day you're ready to move on to chapter 3. But you think to yourself, okay, I'm going to go back and I'm going to read chapter 2. I'm just going to check for high-level errors. What's going to happen to you, or at least what happens to me, is you're going to spend several hours working on chapter 2, rewriting it, finding every little mistake you've made, getting mad at yourself over every little mistake you've made. And by the time you're done working through chapter 2, you're not going to have any time to write chapter 3. So you've just delayed yourself an entire day. Do the first draft, and then put it away and don't touch it for a while. Okay? Take it, let it sit for a week or two. Don't look at it, don't read it. Try not to think about it. You'll think about it, but try not to. Then go back, start from the beginning, and you're going to feel a lot better about what you're doing, and you're also not going to slow yourself down so much. The first draft's already done. The story is on paper or on the computer screen, wherever it is, and you're done. All you need to do now is fix your mistakes. You need to make it look like you knew what you were doing the first time around, which is a lot easier to do when the story's already written. Does that make sense? Okay. Don't edit as you write. That was my index finger, not my middle one. So we're getting sort of out of the writing questions. People have a few more questions just in general about my personal life. This came from my Instagram, again. This is a celebration of 1,500 Instagram followers. Thank you if you're one of them. If you're not, go become one of them. And then we'll have another one of these to celebrate you. Not really. Eventually, though. Question number 5. How many cats do you have? So I imagine this occurred because I post a lot of cat pictures on my Instagram, and we have 6 cats. Well, one of them's down here somewhere in my office with me, but she's camera shy. I was hoping I'd be able to show her off. So we have 6 cats. We have 2 females and 4 males. We have Miss Pickles. We have Norman. We have Truffles. We have Sylvester. We have Bubba. And we have Eddie. That's 6. Now, in addition to the 6 cats, we sometimes additionally foster cats. Like recently, we had a foster cat named Leche, who was found in a sewer drain as a kitten. And we just fostered her, got her healthy, made sure she was all fit to go to a home, and she was actually just adopted out yesterday. So, her name's Gizmo now. And so that's a very rewarding experience. And we also have one dog named Diamond, a Bichon Frise. So that's it. 6 cats and a dog. And yes, it is too many cats. But we love them all. Some of them are jerks. But that's alright. We still love them. Question number 6. Where are you traveling next and when? In addition to cat pictures, I also post pictures of my travels. And unfortunately, I have no idea where I'm going next or when I am going there. I am hoping to do some traveling in 2021, but I am anticipating the world will not be 100% back to normal for a while, so our options may be limited in where we can go or what we can do, so sort of playing that by ear. I'm hoping to travel internationally. We've discussed a few places where we would like to go, but it's just too early to know if it's even going to be a possibility. So, fingers crossed. Question number 7. What are your hobbies other than reading and writing? Well, we just covered traveling. Obviously, that's probably my number 1 favorite. but it's obviously not one that I can do all the time because writing is not my day job. I have a day job to pay the bills, as does my wife. So what do we do other than that? I enjoy video games. You can't see my gaming setup. It's back there. It's pretty sweet. I enjoy playing video games. When I can, which I haven't been able to in a long time, I enjoy going bowling, exercising. I've gotten into exercising more. I'm trying to get myself in better shape. That's actually a blog post that's going to be coming up, hopefully in the next few weeks, about my health journey. So what do we got? We got traveling, video games, bowling, exercise. I enjoy some sports. I enjoy watching a few select sports. I enjoy watching football, and I enjoy watching mixed martial arts competitions. Those are my two favorites. I enjoy those. I love the New England Patriots, and I love watching the UFC. That's really all I do regularly. I wish I had time for more hobbies, but I really don't. Writing really is my main hobby, even though I think of it more as a job, a second job at this point. So that's what I like to do in my spare time. The last question, this is kind of a funny one, actually. I have to sort of assume what this person was looking for. This person just asks, how big daddy? Now, unfortunately, due to some grammatical mistakes, I'm not really sure what this person is asking me here. So I can only assume that they sent me this asking me to proofread their grammar and provide feedback. So the question as asked, exactly word for word, is right here. To give you some advice, good sir or madam, with English it's pretty much universal that you capitalize the first word of a sentence, and it would also be a good idea to insert a comma in between the word big and daddy, which has two D's in it, by the way. This clarifies that you're asking daddy a question. You're not asking how big daddy is. At least I think that's your intent. I'm not really sure about that. But I'll put up a little correction here. Maybe next time you try that. And it would also be helpful if you could clarify what you're asking precisely. Are you asking, for example, how big my adorable little baby Groot toy is? Is that what you want? It's about this big. Are you asking how big this highlighter is? See, we really have no way of knowing what you wanted to know. So it's an opportunity missed, but eventually there will be another one of these and you'll have another shot at it. So fear not. I look forward to you trying again. Alright, so I covered all the questions that I received. Thank you to everyone that submitted something for me to answer. I really appreciate it. Thank you for checking out this video, following me on social media, or on this YouTube channel. You can probably tell I'm not the most comfortable in front of the camera, but I am working at getting better at it, and I hope to do more things like this in the future. If you have ideas for content you'd like to see, drop a comment down below. I'd love to see your suggestion. Other than that, that's all I have for you today. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday season. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.